iDiskiTV powered by World Sports Betting. Justice Chabalala, aka Steezy. Welcome to another bang weekend of the DStv Premiership. Mr. Tso, Kaizer Chiefs playing Supersport United on a Saturday at 8 p.m. Yeah, it's gonna be late, but we're gonna do it. Sunday, Mamelodi Sundowns going head-to-head with Amazulu. Maybe let's start with the Kaizer Chiefs versus Supersport United. Kaizer Chiefs is at number 13. What do you think could happen tomorrow on a Saturday evening?
Angicala ngibulise wena Justice, ngibulise Mr Nkeu, ngibulise Chula, ngibulise Drake. Ngibulise nani emakhaya, cela support njalo iDiskiTV. Zobeka nje njalo ngichike futhi. Justice mfethu. Mawuhlela ku number 13. Uhlelo ngoba ungawini. Abantu babona baphezulu because they win their games. Kunzima ebukhosini manje wena Justice, and then looking at iSupersport, mina it's not a surprise ukuthi Supersport they are where they are in terms of the lock, because I know coach Gavin Hunt, when you give him the power, you give him all the rights to do whatever that he wants to do in the team. We are bonisa ukuthi what is it that he can do better. And look at now with the young boys from MTC, and look at position Aguyo, and then bheka ukuthi wenzeni lo muntu udle iSundowns with these boys. So ukulanda kusasa ilontuzana iChiefs, hey kuyoba nzima ekhosini ngoba one iChiefs there's no creativity. By release 4 strikers, they've signed 1 striker. They want to use the width, but when they use the width, they don't have numbers inside the box. I said it before this season. When you're buying Golf RI3, different colors, what are you trying to do? Because I believe in football, especially the midfield, you need to have different cars in that midfield. Why? Sometimes you need imoto lethulile. You know, in the game, the game it turns in then you need somebody, that player that will put the ball down. I don't know, easy guys. Let's play. Let's look around. Everyone must cool down. Now let's use the brains. So corner now utiyazini now manginike ya change igear manje where good man kuzoba combination play fast go lapha boxing. Hey mayifika kulolo, you can take a shot outside the box. You know, that's what you need in the midfield, but you don't see that ku Kaizer Chiefs, yabo. So I think Justice in football, once your midfield it's not strong, chances are you're not going to win the game. So tomorrow night we'll be watching the game, and I just fancy Supersport winning the game. They are good in terms of using the win.
But Mr. Tso, Kaizer Chiefs team enkulu, so iphetha ma player, so iphetha ma player. So do you think really Gavin Hunt will literally give them a hard time, basically?
Just with all the respect I've got for all the soccer players in the world, Justice, I'm a team of fan. There's players for Kaizer. Kaizer Chiefs is a big team. That's why in that midfield, and then when you go and Google those players and go kulmangap, you'll get what I'm saying. From way back, I was Garantintwa, Wellington Manyati, abo Iskuse, abo Mbutu, abo Chablan Mendu, abo Tiki, abo Tabamoiki. I'm talking about those midfielders that they carry Chiefs. So now, who's gonna carry Chiefs right now in the 3 midfielders Abanai? So I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. I've watched those players. I've played against them, Abany, and I know what I'm talking about. And I don't see that in the current Kaizer Chiefs team. ukuthi really these players abakhona lapha at Chiefs, they can turn around and make Chiefs to be a powerhouse. No, I don't see that.
So your score predictions for tomorrow?
Supersport, because they're using the width, they'll get crosses, Krobla, Konang header, Kabuza can do that. And you know it's gonna be a difficult one for Kaizer Chiefs. So I love Kune so much. I've been crying for him to come and play.
But we are bamba too.
Look, Kune, he just needs more game time so that confidence will come back. But unfortunately, his defense is gonna let him down tonight, tomorrow night, because the defense when it comes to crosses, remember they play with full backs, and when you play with full backs, Gavin is shy. As they must call the Sundowns, Bafone the Gavin Ubenzeni when we're using those full backs. So he's got good players in terms of those crosses and a good finisher when it comes to Emoyen Lapana with striker sack. So I fancy Supersport winning the game 2-1.
Yeah, okay. Let's keep it moving. On a Sunday afternoon, 3 p.m., Sundowns versus Amazulu. Number one, is that the number one? What do you foresee in that game?
Kabuyelo, kuyobanzima because justice, if ungakhumbula kahle, there was a string of games where Sundowns they were not losing any game until they met Amazulu, then they lost to Amazulu. I think it was 1-0. And then for me, that was a turning point in that Sundowns team, because after that, now you saw Sundowns. For me, you saw Sundowns starting to shake. Sundowns playing draws where it's not when they're not supposed to. Sundowns, for me, a technical team, they just need to look at themselves in the mirror. Are we doing justice in the game in terms of the lineup that we selecting? Because for my games, they're just doing favors, or somebody uthi no mina kuzodlala balo ngifuna le player le this week lo ufuna lena lo ufuna lena, and then it is buka for mina buka ngathi kunomoya ongekho kahle kubo laphana with the results that are going, because for me I believe ukuthi when you've got ama players abo Domingo abo Kapinga that abanekezwa a chance, while mababanikeza a chance they do very well. Abo Rasmus, he does well all the time when he comes in, but Abo Sereno, he was out and then he came back. When he comes back, he does wonders. So
are they going to dominate tomorrow, Sundowns, Mamelodi Sundowns?
It's going to be a very tough one, Justice, because Amazulu have got good players. Abu Makaula in the midfield. They've got Abu Mango, Pambila, Abu Machora, Abu Ntuli. Those are seasoned players. They've got Bafana International also in their polls. They've got quality. They've got what it takes. So it's not going to be a pushover for Amazulu. Sundowns, they will need to work for that 3 points, but it's up to them again, Sundowns, because I believe maybe if I'm not mistaken, maybe they've got 35 best players in the PSL. 35 best players. That if you put this 18, they can go in and do wonders. If you take out that 18 and put another 18, they can go in also and do wonders. So it's up to the technical team of Sundowns to really do justice in selecting the team, and but they must do it ngokuthi it's for a Sundowns, not for Mina. Not ukuthi I wanna see Umbule coming in. I'm just making an example. I want to play Umbule Mina because I love him, you know. But looking at Uguti, really does it deserve to come in before Abu Domingos, before Abu Kapinga, or before Abu Mayema? You know, those are the things that you look at when I'm talking about justice. So it's up to the technical team of Sundowns. If really they'll do justice and put the players because they deserve to be there, and they've worked hard to be there. They've proved before Oguti they deserve to be in that team. Sundowns will win the game, but if they were gonna do as I just said now, Oguti, no, mina ngifuna umbule aqale game mina ngifuna umkwena aqale. I love those players. Justice, look, I'm just making an example ngabo, but I love those boys. I want to see them playing. I'm putting pressure on Sundowns technical team because those are quality players. You know why I'm doing this, Justice? It's because they put themselves in that position. When you've got to Ukapinga, you've got to Mkulisi, you've got to Domingo. That's a three that they love to play. They play with three in the midfield. Then you've got to Charlie, you've got to Mabuya, you've got to Mukwena. That's the three also. You've got to Umayema, you've got to Umbule, you've got to Zungu. That also those are 9 players.
So what are you saying? It will be a tough match, but who will definitely dominate tomorrow?
Look, Sundowns, they have to dominate. They have to dominate. They have to win. But, you know, when you do justice, then as your name, if you do justice in the game, Sundowns, they will win easily, 4 minutes. That's my take. Sundowns will win easily. But if they're not going to do justice, I fancy a draw.
So what's your score prediction, basically?
Shalulile. And then the score will be 2-1.
Top goal scorer.
Mamela, I don't
Finisher, Mr. Tso.
I don't care who says what. We can't all be superstars. Everyone has got his own primary job in the field of play. So Shalulile, I say again, to Shalulile combination play akinjan, but gonna will certainly. That's one thing that I'm 100% sure. I would Shalulile will shine it.
Cool. Thank you so much, Mr. Tso. iDiskiTimes.co.za. Thank you so much for watching us.